This is digital. This is analog. If you are into retro cameras and want to capture the best quality in easy, affordable way, this video is for you. See this here? This is the FireWire port on mini DV cameras. Even though it's small, this port has given me quite a few headaches. But despite seeming old-fashioned today, mini DV cameras hold something priceless. Unique memories, family moments that take us back in time, historical footage full of meaning, and great material for creative projects like documentaries or short films. And there are people like me who enjoy the unique look of these cameras and want to give them a second life. Did you think capturing video from your old mini DV cameras on a modern PC was almost impossible or too expensive? I used to think so too. For less than $20, I managed to digitalize my tapes without much hassle. It even works with Windows 10 and 11. However, there are some details you need to know, and I share them in this video. If you are under 30, you might not know what a mini DV camera is or how it differs from other tape-based cameras like VHS or Hi8. Let me give you a quick explanation. The first mini DV cameras were released in 1995 and introduced a major change by recording video digitally. Even though they still use tapes, unlike VHS or Hi8 which were analog, the key difference is that mini DV stores video in a digital format. So it doesn't degrade with each playback or copy the way analog tapes do. I know this might sound confusing, but I can make a video explaining it in depth if you're interested. Let me know in the comments. A while back, when I tried to capture the video for my mini DV tapes on my modern laptop, I realized I needed a bunch of expensive adapters to use the Thunderbolt USB-C port, which in theory could connect to mini DV cameras. After some searching, I found these average prices on eBay. Altogether, almost $200. This is just a hobby, so it was too much. This situation discouraged me and led me to look for a cheaper alternative. I ended up using a mini DVR that uses the analog output of the camera, not the digital FireWire port. If you're not familiar with it, I have a video on my channel where I explain how this device works. I'll leave the link if you want to check it out. While the mini DVR is a still solid option, I couldn't get the idea of using the FireWire port on my cameras to enjoy that digital quality. So I looked for other options, like a used laptop on eBay that still had a FireWire port. I found some for around $100, but since they were so old, it was a gamble. Everything could go wrong, and I didn't want to risk losing that money. However, recently by chance, I came across an internal FireWire card for desktop PC on Amazon for about $20. Honestly, I was skeptical. In my previous searches, I hadn't found cards compatible with modern hardware, let alone Windows 10 or 11. Remember, we're talking about late 90s technology. To my surprise, this card claimed to be compatible with Windows 11 and came with a cable that works with mini DV cameras. Sure, it's not for laptops, but I have a desktop PC at home and wouldn't need to spend too much. Plus, since it is compatible with modern Windows, maybe you also have a PC that could work for this. I know this might not be news for some of you, but for me, it was a total discovery. Curious, I started reading reviews and looking for more information. The result? Mixed opinions. Some people said it worked great, while others mentioned factory defects. It didn't seem very reliable, but I decided to take the risk. I thought, if it doesn't work, I can at least return it. This find gave me hope for a more affordable solution. But would it really be that simple? Well, let's find out. So I needed my desktop PC. Easy, right? Well, not quite. The problem was that it was stored in the attic. Getting to it was quite an adventure. This is my father-in-law's house, and it had been so long since I stored that PC that I didn't even remember how to get to the exact spot. Among dust, boxes, and a tricky access, I finally managed to find it. But bringing it down was even harder. I had a bad cold and a fever at the time. Still, my curiosity outweighed the discomfort. Once downstairs, I connect everything with excitement, only to realize that I didn't have any hard drives. The only things I found were some old mechanical drives, slow as a snail, but I decided they'd do for testing. First, I decided to install Windows 11. If you have a functional and working computer, this process will likely be much easier for you. Finally, the crucial moment arrived. I installed a FireWire card, and to my surprise, Windows 11 recognized it right away. I had read on Amazon that some users had problems, but in my case, it worked on the first try, so I was amazed. But this is not the final of this adventure. Now I need to be sure if this card is capable to capture video. I first tried with OBS Studio, which detected the card but didn't show the signal. I didn't want to waste time, so I did a bit of research and found other software like VirtualDub and WinDB. I chose WinDB. This software was last updated in 2003, but I was amazed. This works really good on Windows 11. I connected the camera, played the tape, and the image appeared almost like magic. I couldn't believe that such an affordable and simple solution worked so well. To run a test, I went out to buy medicine at Walgreens. Remember, I had a cold and took the opportunity to shoot with one of the smallest and most beloved mini DV cameras in my collection, my gorgeous Sony PC5. I recorded on tape as well as with my mini DVR via its analog output. In other words, I captured the same footage in both digital and analog formats, so you can compare the quality. I also include links to these videos, so you can download them and compare without the potential quality loss that happens when uploading to YouTube. Now let's listen to an audio test to check the differences. This is an audio test. This is an audio test. 1, 2, 3. I shouldn't probably be in here because I got the flu and I'm really sick right now. But this is an audio test. This is an audio test. 1, 2, 3. I shouldn't probably be in here because I got the flu and I'm really sick right now. But I learned that if you have old mini DV tapes you want to digitize and preserve, I definitely recommend using FireWire. This method offers the best possible quality. The difference isn't huge, but it's definitely noticeable. It makes a difference if you're looking to keep those memories. On the other hand, if your goal is to use a mini DV camera whose tape mechanism no longer works, or you prefer not to deal with tapes, the mini DVRs is still a solid alternative. Although the video quality is lower and the audio loses fidelity, it has important advantages. You don't need a computer. It costs only $20, and its unique aesthetic look can be great for creative projects. In a world obsessed with perfect quality in the newest cameras, this kind of look might be just what you need for something different, like music videos, which I enjoy creating myself. If you're interested in me comparing both options in detail, I can make a video. Let me know in the comments. So in conclusion, what seemed complicated and expensive ended up being much simpler than I imagined. If you have a PC with a free PCI Express slot, this is a simple, affordable, and modern hardware compatible option. I want to clarify that I'm not selling this and nobody is paying me anything. It's just a product that worked for me. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe. If you'd like to see more videos about these beautiful cameras, here's one I think you will love, and I'll see you in the next video.